Hello.
Are we live? Let me get this set up on here real quick and make sure it's coming in clear and make sure I'm on here.
Are we 5x5?
Because it's not showing up.
Oh, yeah, it's probably not on there.
It looks like it's recording on there though. This is the thing that frustrates me the most, is trying to make sure it's all set up right. Okay. There it goes. Okay. So we're good.
Yep, there we
All right. Can you guys hear us okay, though? Is the volume okay and everything? I don't know if I have, make sure the mics are all turned up good and everything. All right. Great. 5x5, Minuteman said. Okay. So,
on YouTube.
yeah, but if you put it on yours to look at it or something, make sure you have your volume down.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll echo.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, this is, we don't really have any topics or anything to talk about. We're kind of going to go, and hopefully you guys will have some stuff that you want to talk about. Because like I said, it was a free-for-all. So we'll talk, do whatever you guys want to talk about. One thing I do want to say is I appreciate you guys bearing with us during this, trying to do these lives and just trying to do YouTube in general. It's not as easy as some people make it look. Like John at Prepper Nation makes it look so easy, but he's been doing it for quite a while. So, yeah, turn your volume down. Okay. So this weekend we're going to experiment with some stuff. I'm gonna check out StreamYard and see about using that, seeing if I can bring other people on panel and stuff, so I can bring some of you guys up there with us. So I'm gonna do some experimenting, trying to do that. So I'm gonna try to put them on private so that, and just see if it even works and stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. That's one of my goals for this weekend. We're also having a garage sale, so we're still wanting to move. Definitely want to move from this house. Don't know where or anything yet, but we want to be out. Hopefully 6 months is the max that I'm
Max, I'd rather 3 months.
Yeah, so we're right now we're gonna have a garage sale and sell a bunch of our stuff, like all of our art and stuff like that. A lot of it we're gonna sell really dirt cheap, just because we don't want to be moving it and stuff.
Yep.
And we can always make more art when we get to our homestead.
Rather
and
sell it
stuff,
than
so.
have to move it.
Yeah, but first let's see who's in the house today. We've got Minuteman. Minuteman was first. Be like on John's or Minuteman. We got Michael G. Coffee First, Then Speak. Teresa Buchanan. Misty. My New Tennessee Home. Mary Miles. Kevin Ramsey. Dynamite. Thank you guys so much for being here. Katrinka LOL is here. She says here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, I really appreciate it. We're so new to this YouTube thing, and a lot of it's just trial and error, seeing what works. One of the things that I need to figure out is, because I film on my phone, that's where the video's playing. I watch on the iPad so I can read the chat and stuff. The problem is, when you do it on the phone, you have to actually literally go up there and push go live. So it goes live, and then I'm not in my chair or anything. I'm up there like walking around and stuff. So I need to figure out some way of doing it differently. I was thinking about getting a webcam for the computer, but I don't know how that will work or not. So I'm just going to be trying some different things so we can get the hang of it and figure it out. I figure I better figure it out now before we get like hundreds of people in chat and stuff, and then look kind of silly because we don't know what we're doing. So.
My favorite motto: improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Yeah, he says that all the time. So, and that's kind of what we're doing. And with these lives and stuff, like I said, we don't have a lot of notes or anything for today. So I kind of want to see what you guys want to talk about. And I put a little thing in the community tab asking for people to put down what they want to talk about. And I only got, that I had seen only one comment that they wanted to talk about, which was when will China invade the U.S.? So we can kind of go over what our thoughts are on it. I mean, nobody knows exactly, and we don't know, but we can give our predictions about, what's going to be happening next, like, and what we should do.
When or if. I think the when is still up in the air. The if is, I saw on the news, Fox. They had a lady that had recently or had defected from China, and they had a professor that has studied China for years and years and years, and they said that China wants to destroy us economically, and they want to come in, take over, colonize us.
Well, they already own so much land and property here too. Even in like Florida and different states and stuff I mean, I don't think that they should be allowed to do that at all.
No.
But they're already buying up land here like left and right. So, you know, of course, my thought is that China doesn't want to destroy the United States per se. Like they don't want nukes and things to go off because they want to live here and they want to take all of our stuff that we have and stuff.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they start out with the EMP.
Yeah, that's a possibility. If 2 years ago, maybe about 3 years ago, if that had been brought up, I would have said people were crazy. I would have been like, no, there's no way. But now, I mean, after everything that's been going on and since COVID and everything after that, nothing surprises me anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be surprised if we seriously had like a zombie apocalypse. I mean,
Well,
that's
that-
in the realm of possibilities too.
Well, not to, we're not finished on the China subject, but the zombies you're talking about brings up Ukraine to me. The way the Russians conduct war is not the way we conduct war. They don't mind taking heavy losses. And Bakhmut being attacked, I heard some accounts from the Ukrainian soldiers that it's like zombies. It said they would send wave after wave of cannon fodder troops without any training, and they would just mow them down, and they'd just keep coming and keep coming.
Hey, Chaos Prepper, it's okay. You're not too late. So you're right on time. It's all good.
Oh, and also just saw that somebody says, what do you think about the United States invading Mexico?
Yeah, that's something that's been talking about too. And we actually were talking about that at one time, saying that, you know, we could, if we could go down there and clean up all this cartel and all this mess and stuff, we have the means to do it and stuff. And
Well, it's like, I don't know.
I think right now already Mexicans are invading us. I mean, that's what the problem is.
It's kind of like in the, what's that author's name?
What author?
You know, the book, A Clear and Present Danger? Tom Clancy.
Clancy, yeah.
I think the drug cartels are a clear and present danger. I don't know about invading, but they're killing a whole bunch of Americans with the drugs. I think.
Well, and just recently, I think it was 4 Americans were kidnapped, 2 were killed,
Yeah.
and 2 they're still holding or something. And from what I've gathered and heard, I'm not 100% clear, but I think that the Americans were drug dealers or something like that. So it was probably the cartel
Right.
and stuff that had something to do with that. But I mean,
I'm-
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but how many thousands and thousands of people are dying from fentanyl overdose? And
I know.
stuff?
I'd get. I would get some pushback, especially from the Democrats. I think the drugs, the cartels, the human trafficking, MS-13. I think we ought to spend not massive troops into Mexico. I think we need to send in special forces, put off surgical strikes, and take out the cartel.
Yeah, we need to do something because it's not just hurting Mexico, it's hurting us too.
Yeah,
So we
I
need
mean,
to do
you know,
something
the
about
average Mexican citizen is not to blame. It's the cartels and
and the Mexican government, yeah.
But you know, you can't blame them too much because if they try to fix it, they die.
That and a lot of them are just paid for and bought. It's kind of like our politicians too. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? Money talks, and people will turn the other way. They'll turn the other cheek just to, you know, slip some money in their pocket and stuff, and then it's all good. So it's kind of.
Yeah, somebody dynamite. Yeah, when the Russians fought the Germans they had mass casualties, and they did not say quit. They would fight and fight no matter how bad their losses were.
Yeah. Do you want to circle back? I was going to say circle back. I don't want to say that word.
Okay.
I'm so tired of that word now. Circle
Oh,
back.
and also talking about Russians. We're talking about Chinese invading America. I don't think they agree with the World War II. The reason why we didn't get invaded because all the people that have guns, which the Democrats want to take our guns away.
Well, speaking of that, a little bit about World War II, I think that right now most Americans don't want a World War III either.
No, we didn't want World War II either.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It took a Pearl Harbor for Americans to get on board for that. So I'm thinking something similar to that effect is what's going to have to happen so that Americans will get on board.
And the thing is, I could see the Chinese invading from Mexico and Canada. I can also see Russia invading Alaska.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Right there.
Russia wants Alaska back. They want all the oil, all the resources from Alaska.
Yeah.
It's kind of like China wants our land for growing food.
Well, actually, I had thought that maybe, I don't know, I think China and Russia are not getting along so well right now, but I thought at one time that they were going to join forces so that they could attack us or something,
Well,
and then not.
Well, they're frenemies.
Yeah,
Your enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
Or when you have two of your enemies fighting each other, don't intervene. Sit back and let them tearing each other, and then come and take over.
Which is possibly what China is doing right now, because I think with us helping Ukraine and giving all that money and everything, I think it's kind of pissing off Russia a little bit. So I don't know if Russia's going to make any moves or what. I honestly don't know what the biggest threat is right now, because there are so many, and that's what we prep and prepare for, is just because so many uncertainties right now with what's going on. I mean, not to be all gloom and doom, but it's just, there's just too much going on, too much chaos. I mean, it's definitely like end times, biblical and stuff, because, I mean, wars and rumors of wars.
And Minuteman, you said something about first strike. When I was stationed overseas at RAF Lakenheath from 79 to 82, we were part of the nuclear deterrent. And I got to tell you, a lot of Americans think that we would never attack. The only reason why we would attack is if they sent nukes to us first. Not true.
Well, I don't know about now, though.
Well, not now, but the U.S. military has a battle plan that if they feel with good enough cause that they think that they're going to hit us, we would hit them first.
Yeah, the problem is the military's gone soft.
Except
now
maybe
from
now
what
with Biden.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the president we have now, and with the military, it's kind of going a little softer and stuff.
Like when I said I was on Victor Alert, nuke-loaded alert aircraft, and from the time they sound the klaxon, you were supposed to be ready and able to get the airplanes off the ground in 15 minutes. And
Hey, just one second. Hey, Eric King. Good evening to you and McBean Scottish Fitness. Hey, how you guys doing? Sorry.
And then they also said, well, if it's kind of like we'd have a cockpit scramble or an alert, and wherever you were, you had to run to the aircraft. The pilots would be running to the aircraft. You were given a number in the morning, so like the number for today is 8. You're running towards the aircraft. There's a security policeman with an M16, and the number's 8. He holds up 4 fingers. If you don't hold up 4 fingers, he can shoot to kill. They don't play with nukes.
That was pretty scary stuff, wasn't it?
A little bit.
Didn't you say somebody messed up or something?
Oh, well, they were...
Can you even tell these stories? Is that
well,
okay?
it's pretty mild.
Okay.
They have what they call a no-loan zone with the nukes. You cannot go in the area with the nukes with one person. You've got to have 2 people. and there's a hierarchy who can escort. But myself and another guy were going to service the aircraft with liquid oxygen, and the security police were having an exercise. We were not part of the exercise. We had a young guy, 19, 20 years old, with an M16, and we tried to go LOX the aircraft, and he jacked us up. He had a spread eagle on the ground with a locked and loaded M16 pointed at us, and my buddy started fucking with the cop, moving his hands, like, and the cop goes, "Stop moving! Stop moving!" It's like, man, this guy's not the sharpest tool in the box. Stop messing with him.
Yeah, not good. But was there anything else you wanted to talk about the China thing? What you think then, a little bit about it, or?
I think it's possible. I think they would
Well,
be stupid enough to
who was it? Mark Neely made this comment, said that he thinks something as soon as the summer is going to happen with China. Do you think that that's possible, or is that too soon?
Before the balloon, I would have thought that was too soon, but with their the way they're building up their military so fast, and that they would have the balls to send a balloon all the way across the country.
Well, and we still don't know what the information was in it or anything, do
No.
we? They still. I mean, how long ago was that now? Was it a couple months or something? I mean,
It should never have been allowed to happen. It should have been shot down in the Pacific or over Alaska.
yeah. But I mean, we still don't even know what kind of information that captured and
Like,
stuff. So I don't know.
Makes me wonder. General Milley saying he would warn the Chinese if we attacked. The Joint Chiefs of Staff, are they compromised?
I think all of the government is compromised, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at the president and his son and what kind of stuff that he's been doing and is able to get away with. Mm-hmm. I won't mention any names too much. We're going to wind up getting all our videos flagged and
right off the bat.
demonetized before I even get monetized. Yeah, I still don't know exactly what I can say and what I can't say on here. I guess I'll find out if I get a flag or something for it.
Well,
or
talking
a
about
strike,
our
but-
government, I wanted to go on a little bit of a rant.
Go ahead.
The Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal and they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable. How do you say it?
I don't know because I can't see your reading. Your writing.
Unalienable rights. Unalienable rights.
Said that
Unalienable.
3 times fast.
Unalienable. That which cannot be given away or taken. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You're not guaranteed happiness. You're guaranteed the pursuit of happiness.
But also it says in there that by the Creator. Is
Oh yeah,
what it
I meant to
said?
go back on that. The Creator.
Creator.
They were God-given rights,
Exactly.
not rights
Not-
given by the government. Mm-hmm. And it also went on to say, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the governed. They work for us.
Sometimes they forget they work for us.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, most of the time they forget that they work for us.
That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and institute a new government.
Well, and the fact that they work for us, let's just say you work at, say, McDonald's or something. You're an employee and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing for your job. Your boss can fire you, has a right to fire you, you're gone, no more pay. Well, whatever happened to us being able to fire the government then for that, like that? They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, what they're paid to be doing. We should suspend their pay, or, you know, they should be fired or something. I don't know. Sometimes I think we should just start all over, start from scratch with all the government. But, hey, Ron Reno, glad to see you. I don't know if anybody else has come in here that I'm missing, but if I missed you, I'm sorry. Just holler at me, but I think I got everybody that's in here. Were you done on that part?
Yeah.
Were you okay. Let me see what else. You know what? We were just kind of trying to figure out some topics to talk about and stuff, and something that, and this I want to get your guys' inputs in the comments. What you would do, what you would go and buy too. We each came up with a different list. I haven't even seen his list yet, so I don't know. They might, they might be kind of the same or something. But it's the top 5 things to go, and if money weren't an object. But I don't mean anything like bunkers or tankers. It's got to be something that's kind of reasonable that you can get if
in a reasonable
2 days.
time frame.
Yeah, because like in 2 days, if you knew that, like, this is what I'm always thinking. I'm like, man, I just wish that us preppers, that they could tell us, you know, a couple days before, hey, this is going to be the end of society. Everything's collapsing, whatever. And we can go out and go max out credit cards and whatever because we don't have to worry about anything like that. That would be the most awesome thing.
End of the world as we know it.
Yeah, but if that was kind of the case and you knew about 2 days beforehand, what exactly would you go and buy? Top 5 things.
Michael G said 100-gallon water tank.
Yeah, that would be good. I put on mine. Actually, I didn't put any water on mine. Well, wow, I'm bad. All right, you wanna go over what you put first?
If you want
me to do mine first.
Oh, you do yours first.
All right.
I'm a making.
Okay. I put, not really in any particular order, but I put more guns and ammo because you definitely need, you know, if I had whatever money and stuff, I would just go and buy out the gun stores and stuff just to make sure that we had enough. And then I put comms too, because if everything is ending, I need to make sure I have some really good systems, like a bunch of ham radios, walkie-talkie, just all that whole kind of thing.
It's kind of like in The Art of War. Intelligence, communication, knowing what's going on is a major importance.
Yeah, and then that way all of us Beaverians could talk back and forth between each other and stuff, and we have to know what's going on, you know, so it's very important. I also put night vision and thermal vision. The only reason I put this on here is because and like body armor, kind of all together. Night vision and thermal is very, very pricey. So I'd like to get some, but they are very pricey. But if I could have no spending limit or whatever and get whatever I wanted, that's definitely something that would be nice.
Actually, that's one of the reasons why the Ukrainians are doing so well in the wars, because they have good night vision and thermals, and the Russians don't.
Yeah, it can definitely help in a lot of situations, along with like body armor and stuff like that. And then this one I put vegetable seeds, just more seeds, a bunch of seeds, because you need to be able to, even if you have plenty of food and stuff stocked up, eventually you're gonna run out. So it's just good to have as many seeds as you can, and just that way you can start planting and, you know, creating more food and stuff. And then the last thing I have down is like a really, really good solar system, like a lot of solar panels and stuff, and big solar generators and stuff. I have a regular generator, and then a kind of a small solar one, but I want, like, especially for our homestead, but they can be really pricey too. You're kicking that thing.
Yeah, I noticed.
But yeah, I want to get like a lot of solar panels and a big solar setup and stuff. So what did you put on yours?
Well, I'm kind of cheated a little bit, you might say.
Did you copy me?
No, it's. I mean, I'm going to have some broad subjects. One of my first one was solar, a solar system where we could charge up everything we need it for. This other one, either rain catchments with some really large containers
So
of
you
water.
were kind of like Michael G, I think it was, that said that on there.
Either rain catchment or a water well. Have a spring-fed, you know, some kind of water source. Whole bunch of long-term food. Truckload, a huge load of sandbags, and a backhoe to kind of lump all that together, because you're surprised how good sandbags would be for building the defensive position.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't. I was thinking something to put up for defense and stuff, and I was thinking like rose bushes and thorn, and I wasn't even thinking about sandbags. But that's really good. To make an advantage point. You
Yeah,
can
when I
hide
was
behind
when I was at
stuff.
Lake Heath, we had our airplanes were in a circle, as hard stand, and in the center of it, they put down these concrete rings, and then they had to stack up a bunch of sandbags around it, and then they covered up with dirt. That way, if there was an airstrike coming in on the base, all the crew chiefs just run and jump in there.
That's good.
And last but not least, a Ma Deuce, a Browning M250 belt-fed machine gun, and 100,000 rounds for
Yeah,
it.
I didn't think about that. Michael G put a wood stove. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I want a really good wood stove too. That would be great.
But I figured, water, food, defense.
Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much did a better job on your list than I did. I just kind of random. I'm surprised you didn't put more guns and ammo on it.
Well, consider what the guns and ammo we already have.
Well, right, but you're the one always telling me you can never have too
Oh.
much, though.
Never too much guns and definitely never too much ammo.
Yeah.
But, a heavy machine gun belt-fed for high rate of fire.
My new Tennessee home said I'd get my tractor fixed and get a 100-gallon farm gas tank.
Yeah, I almost said a tractor. But I also like backhoe.
Yeah, Missy's asking about the new generators that take gas in or propane. I think that's what they're called.
Generex?
No. Shoot, I have seen those and I want one. They're like dual. They're dual.
Oh, yeah.
Dual. And I think that's a really good because then that way you could use different. And I almost had gotten one, but then I got this other one instead because I wanted to get the biggest one that they had.
Well, it's kind of like,
for that,
I've
but-
seen some properties that I've looked at it in Tennessee that I guess they have a natural gas well on the land. And when you buy the house, you get free natural gas. And then if you got a generator that runs on natural gas, you're set as far as electricity.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. Yeah, I think if I don't get a solar generator, I want to get another generator. I'm looking into those dual, the gas ones like that. Those seem pretty cool. I don't know. I haven't seen any reviews on them, but I'm assuming that they work just as good. I don't know.
And I threw in one last thing for me personally. Several cases of Patron tequila and several boxes of Cuban cigars.
For you or for barter?
For me.
Oh,
Well,
for you.
actually, both.
Well, I wouldn't be bartering my good tequila or good
True,
Cubans
true.
or something. You barter like a lesser one or something of that.
One time when I was in Playa in Mexico, shopping, and the shop owners, I bargained, got some Cuban cigars, and all the shop owners were giving me shots of tequila, and I was having a blast smoking my Cuban, taking shots of
That's
tequila.
because they want you to spend your money
yeah.
and stuff. So they're like, hey, if we get them a little bit tipsy, then he's going to be more willing to bring out the cash.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
I knew what they were doing it for, but
Yeah.
I said, you want to give me some free tequila? I'll
Well,
take
they
it.
got some. I haven't been to Mexico, but they've got good tequila down
Oh,
there,
they do.
don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It's really good and probably cheap and stuff compared to up here and
Yeah.
stuff too. Yeah.
And you can actually, back then, you could actually get Cuban cigars.
That's cool. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I do have one more topic that maybe we can just do a little quick thing about something that I wrote down. But do you guys have anything that you want to talk about or anything? And like I even put on that on the community tab when I say we can talk about anything, even like a favorite food or whatever. If you just want to know something like a little bit personal or something about us, that's fine. I don't have a problem, talking about us. I mean, this is us. This isn't fake or anything. This is how we are all the time, So yeah, I don't mind sharing with you guys different things like that.
Oh yeah, somebody said something about things that spin. Yeah, I'd like to get either some land with either a large creek or a river, and I would build a hydroelectric.
Yeah, that would be pretty good too. Hey, Lord Eagle, I'm glad you could make it. I was just checking
Yeah,
on.
it's Capital Bank, wasn't or Chase that
Yeah, no, I
had
heard.
wasn't it?
Is that what you're reading, Michael
Yeah.
G? What he said? No,
Bank collapse.
the Silicon Valley. I was just listening to something about that.
I
before
thought I heard
was
something
getting
about
ready.
Chase was having problems.
Well, yeah, they are too. A lot of banks are. But yeah, I just heard something about that, but I was trying to get ready for this live and stuff, so I didn't really pay much attention to that or anything. But, oh, speaking of, back to, we were talking about zombies earlier. I didn't write down what the name of it is, and I can't remember. But there is some drug or something that people are taking now, especially a lot of veterans and stuff, because it's really cheap and stuff. And it's kind of turning them into zombies, is what they said.
Oh,
They
really?
Actually, well, skin is falling off of them. They're looking like they have the face and look of like what a zombie does, and they're like eating like people. I don't know. I didn't really get into big detail about it and stuff, but it just, you never know. I mean, that's kind of weird. I always thought that maybe they would take like a rabies and mix it with something else and could get kind of like a zombie thing, because rabies already you're foaming at the mouth and stuff. You mix it with something else. I mean, it's just kind of scary because like with like the gang of function or whatever,
Gain of function.
and like with the C-19 and all that stuff, you know, it I'm trying to be careful how I say things, but it wasn't just, it didn't just come out of the blue. It was kind of manufactured somewhere and let out.
Well, it's like I saw
So they could probably do that with something else like that, you know?
I saw a program, one of those 5 different ways or 10 different ways the world's going to come to end, and they were saying that one of the possibilities is the zombie-like end was a mutated rabies virus.
Well, that's what I had thought. Years ago, I thought that that would be a possibility, was a mutated rabies virus.
Yeah.
And I don't know why or what. I had thought about that like a long time ago, like 15 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And then now this stuff is coming out, and it's making me think that that's even more of a possibility. But the other thing is that I also don't know. I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Like if we were to have kind of zombies and stuff, it probably wouldn't be like what you're used to from Hollywood either. It would probably be different than that, because that's just a made up thing. What are you doing?
What you say?
Oh, but that's kind of like a made up thing, and I don't know if it would actually be similar to that or it'd be different. Like, would zombies be able to run and shoot guns and stuff, or would they not be able to do any of that?
I doubt that they would be.
Turn that down.
I'm playing it for somebody.
Is it a song? I don't know. It's not. They're not gonna like that on YouTube though to play that.
Oh,
But
okay, never mind.
what is
I was
it?
gonna play Dynamite from AC/DC.
Oh, okay. I was like, YouTube's funny about
Yeah, I
putting
forgot about that.
music and stuff on there. Yeah. But Eric King's asking, which do you prefer, stacking silver rounds or bullion bars, and is there much of a difference? Okay, I'm going to be very honest and frank with you about my knowledge of silver and things like that is very limited. To me, this is how I've always felt. I might be changing on this now with everything that's going on. I've always felt like it's kind of like a waste of money and stuff. However, now that the dollar is losing so much, inflation is getting so ridiculous, it's probably just going to get worse. That, you know, silver is good to stack if you have the money and the means to do it. Don't go and not buy food because you can't eat silver. To me, silver is to get you like once everything collapses and then it starts to build back up. It's to save you on the build back up time. Once everything's collapsed and gone, and then we're trying to rebuild again, it's to help you at that time. So it's kind of, to me, it's kind of like a little bit of an investment that won't hurt. Like, if you, we were talking about this the other day about like IRA stocks, bonds, and
yeah.
things like that and stuff. And
The metal I want to collect, lead
yeah, you can never
and
go wrong
copper,
with that.
copper
Yeah.
jackets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could even sell that and make money off of it too, because it's going to keep its value. And we might have another problem again.
I meant copper jacketed lead.
No, I know what you're talking about, but I'm saying we might have another problem where you won't be able to find ammo and stuff. It's going to dry up again at some point. They might start going back to limits on it and stuff. So
I'm just trying to see if I can finally get a hold of some primers so I can reload my own.
yeah, they're expensive though when you can find them too, but they're hard to find places.
Katrina asked if we did different kinds of art. How?
Do you each have a different way of doing it? Yes. He does more, I think you can see a little bit back there. He does more of a realism type thing, and he usually does oil. He did start with acrylic at one time, but he's into the oil. So like the tiger and that horse one, that truck one's his, this wolf one. And mine is, I only use acrylic paint. I do some watercolor and some sketching and stuff like that too, and with markers and colored pencils. But mine is mostly acrylic, and it's like abstract-y looking, like the geode there. I did these angel wings. I think you can see them back there. Yeah, the angel wings back there. And these waves. So we have totally different styles for our art, which is kind of nice and everything. But also, we used to a lot. We haven't done it lately, but we both have big old easels, and we'd stand up in the room, and we'd both just sit there and do art and listen to music and stuff at night. And it's very relaxing. Even if you don't think that you can do art, I suggest you just try and do something. It's really relaxing and really calming, especially in the way that the world is right now and everything. It's definitely helped me. Something I'm wanting to start doing now is kind of like, I don't know if you guys have seen, probably not, you guys don't watch the art stuff very much, but they do these like artist tries, like coloring books, kids coloring books, and make them look like really realist, just really cool. That's the new thing that I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he likes to do big canvases too.
The bigger the better.
That's what I was just going to say, the bigger the better. I don't think you even have any of your super huge ones in here, but that one, I like that one a lot. That one's really nice, that blue door one.
And it's like, when I grew up, I was doing a lot of pencil drawings. I got into drafting and design, engineering drawing, but never really took an art course. And through the years, I practiced with pencil drawings. And when we got together at first, she saw some of my pencil drawings, and she said, "Have you ever done oil painting?" I said, "No, I haven't." And so you ought to try. So I bought some oil paint and some brushes and started trying.
Yeah, and his very first painting that he did was a tiger. It was a smaller one because he wasn't ready for the big one yet. He did a smaller canvas, and he actually sold that at a art fair show type thing or whatever. And yeah, and ever since he did that one, he was hooked on it and stuff. So he's been doing art way longer than I have, because he did drawing and stuff when he was younger. But
As let's see, we how did that lady with the art gallery? How did we meet her?
I don't remember. I think through Melanie, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And there was some lady that she loved art. But she couldn't do it. So she tried to start an art gallery. She wanted to have me, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but she wanted me to have her core artist and build the art gallery around me. But she got cancer and decided to close down the business. But it's kind of like, see, like this little one right here, she loved that for some reason. And you
A
see,
lot of people like that one.
and you know, she told me that I should ask $400 or $500 for this little thing.
At least, she said.
That's-
At least that amount. And that was like quite a few years ago too, so.
And which I would sell it for less. That blew my mind. I said, no, nobody would pay that much for that little painting.
He doesn't realize how good he is. He just, he doesn't realize that he's that good. He's really shy about his art.
I'm
and
okay.
stuff.
I'm not fabulous.
Well, you're just as good as some people that are selling the art.
Well,
And then-
I think I do better than Hunter Biden.
But I don't even want to get started on that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this or not. He's supposedly an artist now, and yeah, he's got his artwork in galleries, which looks like a kid did it. I mean, it just smears all over. I mean, yeah, and he's selling them for what, millions of dollars or something like
Somebody
that.
said that looks Van Gogh.
Oh.
Go-ish.
Oh, cool. Oh, Chaos. My favorite painting is Starry Night. Yeah.
What was that other artist that somebody said my stuff kind of looked like?
Oh, I can't think of the name right now. It'll come to me. but
Wasn't
I
it? He
can't.
did stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tom something? No.
Kincaid?
Kincaid. Yeah. Kincaid.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's kind of like the
Chaos
The-
Prepper relaxes by writing. Yeah. I mean, everybody, you should. Being in the prepping community and everything, you're already just stressed out. You're always especially lately, just go, trying to do everything.
Yeah,
you need to
do
take
something to
time.
make you happy.
You need to take time for yourself. If you get nothing else out of this video, let me just let you know that you need to take time for yourself. You cannot get too overstressed or overworked and all that. You need to find some kind of little outlet that you can do and just do it and enjoy it for a while.
I was like, I like to have a little adult beverage, play some music, and paint. And all I'm not thinking about the world coming to an end, food I've got to add.
Not thinking about what I need to do tomorrow to get ready, you
Yeah.
know, canning or dehydrating or any of that kind of stuff, or gardening or anything. Although, I guess gardening for some people is an outlet for them because it
Yeah.
can be relaxing. You're outside in nature and stuff, so that could be a good thing to do too. But I mean, there's so many different things. I also make candles, I make soaps. I used to make cosmetics too. I mean, just so many different crafty type things and stuff. I never did any of this stuff until we met though either. I did not think I was creative, and then he kind of talked me into trying and exploring some stuff, and now I love it. I'm constantly thinking of new things to do or paint and different things like that. Kevin Ramsey said, Rambo, nice shorts.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I guess we have a little bit longer if you want to. I had wrote up,
It's a little too hot in here for long pants. The AC doesn't work, thanks to.
yeah, our central air doesn't work, or our central heat, which we actually haven't even really needed the heat. It's been so warm.
A few times we had the
Like
buddy,
2 or 3
but
times.
as preppers we had buddy heaters.
Yeah, and those things, I don't know if you guys have a buddy heater or if you're thinking about getting one. Here in Texas, we don't need heat a whole lot.
Well, South Texas.
South Texas, we don't need it a whole lot. But there were a few nights where it did get kind of cold, and those suckers work good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can use them indoors and stuff. We have a pretty large bedroom area, suite area, and it works really good in there. My only complaint and gripe about the buddy heaters is that when you put it on high speed, it goes through propane like crazy. I mean, you're going through canister after canister. That's my only problem with them. But otherwise, they're really great, and
Yep.
I think every prepper should have one in their. And not sponsored by the way by any means, but yeah, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, I think everybody should have a buddy heater. Oh, Outlaw Farms, you're here. Hey, girl, how you doing? Do you want to talk about one more thing here? I just kind of wrote down like 5 different like slept-on preps that maybe people don't think about so much to maybe add that are kind of cheap and stuff too. You want to go over that?
Sure.
You want to do this?
Show me what you got.
Okay. These aren't in really any particular order, but number 1, I have, the fan's blowing it, is 5-gallon buckets. These are great for multiple different things. The food grade is preferable if you're going to put food in them, but if you just like Mylar packages of food and then stick it into the bucket, it really, I mean, it should be fine just because you're not putting actual food in the bucket. But if you can find food grade ones, which I hadn't been able to find them lately, and then I went to China Mart the other day, and they actually had some white food grade buckets, so I picked some more up because I hadn't been able to find any in a while.
Well, I want to get 5-gallon jerry cans for gasoline. Oh, and a chainsaw.
Okay, well that's completely off topic, but yeah, they're so good for just so many different things, and you can also use them just to store extra preps and stuff. Like if you got like fire starters and just battery, whatever you got to put in there.
Yeah, matter of fact, we've got an adapter with a large propane tank, and I'm planning on filling up the small ones from the large one.
Yeah, well, it's an adapter that will fill up the small bottles from the large, but you can buy an adapter to hook to it that can hook directly from the buddy to the large.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
But they say that you shouldn't use those inside them because of the large propane. I don't know. That's just what they say with the big one like that, not to do it. But we have one. What we do is we buy the big ones, and then we had a bunch of little, and then when we use those up, we just fill up the little ones with the big ones.
As long as we got a carbon alarm.
Yeah, I mean it should be fine, but I'm just saying it's just a warning. I'm just putting out there because that's what the Buddy Heater company or whatever says. So.
Yeah, whenever we move, I don't have one right now, and we get some land. One of the first thing I'm going to buy is a good chainsaw.
Well, there's quite a few things that we'll have to buy though for tool-wise. Like, I mean, tools is another thing to have too, but it's better to have like non-electric tools and stuff like that, because the other ones you're gonna have to worry about having electricity and stuff for them, so it kind of makes it bad.
When I was in high school, I had a chainsaw and I was deliver, sell firewood to make extra money. I enjoyed that job. It was hard work, but I enjoyed it.
How old were you?
17, 18.
That's not bad. Say most kids, like, I can't get my kids to do anything. They would never do something like that, especially on their own or anything.
It was like from 16 to when I turned 19 in basic. I worked at gas stations. I worked at restaurants. I cut and sold firewood, and I cleaned pools. Had my own business for cleaning pools and cutting and selling firewood.
Katrinka's working on renovating her pantry to get rid of expired things and replenish. Speaking of that, we have like a whole bedroom that has our preps, our food and stuff in it, and I went up there today to go get some of the art out of there because I'm going to put it in the garage sale, and holy cow, it's a mess up there. I really have to go through and start organizing it and checking for expired stuff and everything. So that's something I'm going to be doing probably next week too.
Yeah, Chaos Prepper. I'm not going to go for the cheapest chainsaw I'm going to go for good quality.
Yeah, definitely something like that. You got puppies, Outlaw Farms? That's cool.
What?
What kind of puppies are they?
Oh.
How old Were they just born or something? Okay, and let's get back to the list here. Number 2, I put on here was socks, which I actually did a full video about socks, the forgotten prep and stuff, because it is very, very important to keep those feet dry and clean and everything. And total grid down different things. You might not be washing your clothes as often as you are now and stuff, so having extra socks is definitely good. Wool, if you live in real cold climates, is even better.
Yeah, Minuteman said hard work is usually fulfilling work. I enjoyed being outside and working hard and earning money from my labor.
Well, yeah, that's good. I was going to say, when we get our homestead, we're going to have a lot of work to do, too, to it. But
I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, I bet. Something I put on this list, which is kind of strange, you might think, is desserts, like Pop-Tarts, freeze-dried fruit.
Well, like comfort foods.
They even have freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches, and I actually had one,
that
and
just
it's really
sounds strange.
good. And they're really good, though.
Oh, really?
But yeah, especially if you have kids, or
Does
even
it actually taste like ice cream?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
It's really good. Yeah.
That's weird.
But something, especially if you have kids, even for yourselves, if you got a sweet tooth or something, you just need something. Comfort food and stuff is very important.
Almost everybody has a craving for some sweet sometimes.
It's just good to have something like that. Plus, you might get bored with the same rice and beans and stuff, so you're going to want something a little bit different to spice it up a little bit. Which kind of brings me to the next one, which is spices. Besides salt and pepper, whatever other spices that you use now to season things and stuff, it's good to have on hand. Think it's going to be harder to cook too many different things.
Garlic.
You want to at least make you like garlic, huh?
No.
You want to at least be able to help your food taste a little better especially if you're eating rice for the 10th day in a row or something. It just kind of helps. Plus, spices are long lasting. And most of the time they're fairly inexpensive and stuff too. So it's just something good to have on hand. For number 5, I put entertainment stuff, which, especially if you have kids. So I'm talking about like board games, puzzle books, reading books, even just an old-fashioned deck of cards. And also...
Can I get a drum set?
If you play it outside, you can get a drum set. And also, which you might not even think about this, but like portable DVD players, some of them take batteries and stuff to work, so that might be something where you could still, for the kids, to give them something to do.
Yeah,
I don't know if any of you guys have heard, I'm sure some of you guys are my age, so you know what a Walkman is, but something like that, because they just take batteries and stuff.
SHF music has been something I'll miss.
Yeah, so something like that. You'll have to have like a Walkman, you'll have to have tapes and cassette tapes and stuff, but you can make them yourself.
Well, it's kind of like, you remember on The Walking Dead, those guys that were on horses, what were they called? The Horsemen, I think they called themselves.
From the kingdom, or
no? Well, they met the kingdom, and they were about to bump heads with the kingdom. And the kingdom had gotten a movie projector.
Oh, yeah.
And it's when's the last time
movie night and stuff, yeah.
When's the last, it's like, come join us. It's like, I don't know about that. Well, when's the last time you saw a movie? And it's like, that won them over.
Yeah, they would have like movie night and stuff like that. That's just crazy. Because at this point, it had been, maybe 8-10 years into the, or longer into this. Yeah. And so most people hadn't seen a movie in years. Yeah. And if you're a little kid, you might not have ever seen a movie and stuff. Yeah. So, that was really exciting for the people and stuff.
Now and then, everybody wants to escape from what's going on in your life and sit down and enjoy a movie or something.
Especially for kids. I think it's going to be the hardest on kids because you want to keep them so they're not super stressed out during these kind of situations and stuff. You want them to understand what's going on, yet they're kids. They still need to just grow up and be kids. And
Uh-huh.
going back to Walking Dead, I feel so bad for some of those kids growing up in that kind of environment and stuff. It's like, you know, they have no normalcy. It's just so totally different.
Yeah.
And then
But-
actually, I had one more thing I put on here. So I put a bonus item number 6 was batteries. You need batteries for so many different things, but the thing is you don't want to like forget. You get some of every kind, but even those little round watch batteries and stuff, because you need those for red dots and different things like that. And some people don't think about those. And I
and-
also have this really cool, I think it's called a battery caddy
Yeah.
or something. I should have brought it over here to show you guys. But it's just, it's two-sided and stuff, and it's got room for all kinds of batteries from your 9 volts to double A's, triple A's, C, D's, and everything in between. And you can just carry them all in one place, and it's really cool.
Also, something else, in my opinion, is a good barter item.
Yeah.
People that are
cigarette.
addicted to their cigarettes they want them bad.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing too, is when people can't get their vices or whatever
Yep.
that they happen to be and stuff, and they'll pay a lot for something like that,
Uh-huh.
you know. Yeah.
Oh, what do you think about California's trying to ban cigars?
They're trying to ban cigars?
They said at some point you can't get cigars in California.
What about cigarettes?
I think they're thinking about that as well.
I don't know. California is a whole nother country. I
Yeah.
don't think it's part of the United States. It's just a whole nother country in itself.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy. Wow, we've almost been on here for a full hour.
Doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Because the last couple times. Well, this is only what, our fourth live.
Third?
Third.
I don't.
I don't know, but yeah, they were a little bit difficult to do, and getting a little bit better and feeling better, and just this chit chatting and stuff. I like this kind of environment. Like I said, I do want to work on getting StreamYard or something set up. And I want to bring some of you guys up on there too, if you want to, you know, just have like maybe a day, and just whoever wants to jump on up.
I think
can
that'd be
just jump
awesome.
up and talk, and we can just talk about whatever, you know, and stuff. And I think you can do it where it's audio only. So if you don't want your face or whatever on there, then you don't have to. But I'll play around with that and figure out how to do that and stuff, so that we can.
Sounds good.
Some of you guys can jump on up and just say hello or whatever.
Hoorah.
You want to do. But let's see. Outlaw Farm said they're going to try to build, she's going to try and build a wind generator out of a truck alternator.
That's a good idea.
Oh, I keep saying Katrina, my tongue's twisting, said you guys are doing so great with the streaming. Thank you so very much.
I'm glad you
for
think
that.
so.
Yeah, it's we want to try doing them a little bit more often so we can get really comfortable.
Yeah, I'd
with
like to do it
and-
a lot more often.
Yeah, I think it'll help us, because my nerves still get a little bit, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at it though. My biggest thing is, do you guys really want to listen to me talk? Am I talking about anything that you want to hear
Yeah,
about?
I want us to talk about stuff that you're interested in.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys like hearing us talk about our art, or just, you know, talking about, like you were talking about when you were in the military and different things like that. You know, do you guys like hearing little stories like that and stuff?
It's like
So,
I got out of the Air Force and I was building a resume, and I thought, well, no, I know how to program a nuke. Nah, that wouldn't work too good. I don't think there's any crossover in civilian market.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem with that. All right, any last words you want to say or anything?
I guess not.
All right, well, I just want to thank you guys again so very much for being here with us, and for bearing with us while we're trying to get used to doing these.
And please, if there's anything specific you want us to talk about, let us know. We'll be glad to do it.
Yeah, and my email is thepreppingartist@gmail.com. So if you guys ever want to reach out about anything, if you want to just give me a topic you want me to talk about or do a video on or something, just email me at any time too. Or if you just want to talk about whatever, you know, just email me and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can.
Like I said, I've been doing oil paintings, and I'm thinking about doing colored pencils. If you want me to show my progress on my colored pencils, if that'd be in the slightest bit interesting.
Yeah, see, we're the prepping artists, and so far I've only actually put one art piece up, like one project that I did, that acrylic pour up on here. I don't know if I'm going to do too much on here. I mean, if you guys want to see that, then I will definitely do that. I was also probably at some point, not yet because I don't have too many subscribers yet, but at some point I'll probably do a backup channel, and that one will probably mostly be art stuff.
It's like,
And then if something were to happen to this channel, then I'd, you know, have to do lives over there and stuff, kind of like John at Prepper Nation does. But I'd probably set it up as more of an art on that one.
and it's like, I wish I was a better artist than I am. I know I'm not terribly bad, but let's just say we're pretty good at art. We're really bad at marketing our art.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's not how good you are at your art. It's how well you can market your art, or you can pay someone else to market it. Because I think that's where you know, I mean, I've seen some really what I would consider not good pieces of artwork selling for thousands of dollars.
But you get the right person to love it, and they tell their friends about it. And like I say, word of mouth, networking, marketing. If you're good at that, and I'm not.
Yeah, but well, we can work on getting better at that too.
Okay.
It's something we need to work on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna let you guys go because we're gonna have this garage sale tomorrow, so we got to get up pretty early tomorrow and get some last minute stuff done and everything. But again, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And you guys just have a wonderful and blessed night, and have a great weekend. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.